Hello, I'm Randall Constant, and I'm usually Amazon live at 5:55 p.m. Central Time. But I was on a little earlier, and I went ahead and had dinner with my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law came in yesterday. Well, yeah, yesterday. She came in yesterday. She's 97 years old, and she's getting ready to hit 98 next month. And my wife had cooked some cachapas. Cachapas are like, I guess you could say corn pancakes. And like I always tell you, I like smoked cheese. I like smoked stuff. Anything that's smoked, that's what I like. So I had some smoked Gouda to go on top of my cachapas. So I took a cachapa break and then had dinner with my mother-in-law. Calvin's all happy. He's all happy that his grandmother is here to spend some time with him, and he's just so worried about her, to take care of her. So things are going to be a little different in the house. So now we got my mother-in-law and we got Calvin. Oh, and then Calvin told me she's he told me make sure you don't switch the TV because she likes the news in Spanish, and that's all she's got. She's got that TV where she's watching it in Spanish, and don't switch it. Don't switch it. Make sure you don't switch it. So that's what he was telling me just a while ago. Said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. She's all set. So she's taking care of that. So anyway, that's what I did. Finished up. I told Calvin and my wife I'd go back up to see if I could go Amazon Live at 9:09 and put in a little time and cover some different categories. So anyway, little by little learning a little bit here and there. I went ahead and made a little note up here to unmute and hit the follow button. It's all about hitting the follow button so that you can be alerted when I go online. That's if you like food content. If you like food content, if that's what you like, then you want to follow me. But if you like other things, then you want to hit the follow button on other live streams. Some of them do things on fitness. Some do things on buying clothes. Some are on buying kitchen appliances. Some are doing handicraft, doing something with the arts, all kinds of different things. And my deal is just basically food. Okay. So no matter what you're in, no matter what you like, there's something on Amazon Live somewhere. Okay. So anyway, I wanted to go ahead and let's see. Let me see if I got everybody here. I don't know if I got disconnected or not. I've been having so much cable problem. I mean, we had bad weather here. We had thunder and lightning and usually you have problems with cable. Today we didn't have problems. We didn't have the problems that we had the last few days. So I'm definitely going to be talking to the cable company tomorrow. Come on, I can't lose my cable all these different times. It's just crazy. I'm trying to do what I can to prevent it. Okay, let me see. I think I'm on here. Okay. Hey, I just wanted to say one more time. I just wanted to thank Amazon's customer service department, Laura from the customer service department. She hung with me yesterday to make sure that I was able to get back onto my Amazon app. When it comes to technology, some of these things happen and we have no idea what to do to make things happen. But I accidentally, how you just hit anything on the phone just to get it to clear out everything. Well, I cleared out my app and then I couldn't get back on my app. I couldn't. So the thing is, I have a StreamYard app. StreamYard is a company that actually makes it easy for us to do a live stream on our laptop. And then what it does is it accumulates the comments from Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. in one place. But the thing is, Amazon is going on our Apple phone. Here's my Apple phone. So it goes on the Apple phone, and it's all separated. But anyway, everything runs on the app, and I accidentally got out of it. So I figured, well, it's no problem. I can just sign in, right? Because I remember everything. But for some reason, I couldn't get on, and it took a long time. And I started to think, man, this is not cool. I mean, I've established, little by little, I'm building my audience and getting some pretty good views, and then I get locked out of my store. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. So Laura did everything she could and stayed with me, hung in with me until I was able to get back on. So if it wasn't for her, I'd still be waiting to find out what the answer is, maybe tomorrow or the next day. And she got me back in business during the weekend, and that's what it's all about. Even though it's a weekend, we're operating, we're doing things, and we need help sometimes, especially a 60-year-old guys. I mean, we don't know all this technology stuff sometimes. So it was great. Thanks again, Laura. Just wanted to say one more time, thanks again, Amazon customer service, put me back on track. Hey, so this is Amazon right here. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and make it full screen. Okay, I'm going to make it full screen, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to show you when you go on my madeinusa.foods.us or my madeinusa.foods.com, there's a button that says follow the live streams. And this is what you get. You'll get the live stream. This is the last live stream. This is the last one, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, you'll get the okay, now watching. Let's see. Let me see. 13. Yeah, I guess it's the last one. This is the last one. So you'll be able to see the last one. And if you come back here, you'll see the one from the day before and the day before and the day before and the day before. And then it will just keep on going. You just keep on going, and you can see all the different live streams I did in the past. And then you got to realize every live stream has different things in the carousel. Yeah, man, I can't believe I did all these live streams during this time. Let's see, it goes back. Let's see how far it goes back. It might not go back to the very first one. No, it doesn't. Okay. So anyway, as soon as I got on in May, I knew Father's Day was in June, right? So I started talking about Father's Day. You see these two right here? This is Calvin and I went to see the grand opening of the port of Gulfport, and we got into a bus. I had to carry him into the bus because there was no lift or anything like that. So I carried him into the bus, got him seated, and he went take a drive to the port of Gulfport. He really enjoyed it because he was part of the festivities, and he met the mayor and he met the governor of Mississippi, and he was really happy. He even got invited to go to the Capitol in Mississippi. So he had a good day that day. That was good. So that was from that day. So it's all about Father's Day. Okay. And then what I started doing is, since I've been in the food business for 45 years, I figured, well, let me just go ahead and ask questions. And right here, we spent a lot of time at the Island View Casino Resort, to go eat. We got to go eat there yesterday. Boy, Calvin was happy. We can't do that every day because, eating all the things that you come across. We were eating, Calvin and I were eating shrimp, and we're eating boiled shrimp. We eating fried shrimp. We ate catfish. We ate chicken. We didn't have no egg rolls. Calvin usually eats egg rolls. He didn't get an egg roll yesterday. I think he ate a little pizza. And I always look forward to eating the gelato. And if you've ever been to the Island View Casino Resort in Gulfport, Mississippi, they have one of the biggest spreads on stuff to put on your gelato or your ice cream. They had one time before COVID started, they had like 35 or 40 different things to put on your ice cream or your gelato. And I've been all over Vegas, and I got to tell you, this is one of the best, dessert deals that that I saw. And I've been to many of the many of the casino buffets. Hey, if you like food, that's where you got to go. You got to go to these casino buffets because that's Food City. You got to know. You got to keep track of that. See what's going on. I've gone into a lot of casinos just to see what's on the buffet. So we had a good time yesterday for sure. And then what I've done in some of the other videos, I've put if it's National Chocolate Chip Day or it's National Walnut Day or National Devil's Food Cake Day. That's what I did. Hey, look here. This is when I talk about the Fitbit, this is a photo of me carrying Calvin down the stairs on July 15th of 2017. That's the day that I put on my Fitbit for the first time. That's the day that I found out how cool that Fitbit is. The Fitbit Blaze back in the day. Now it's the Fitbit Sense. I carry him up and down the stairs, and you got to stay fit in order to be able to do that. At that time, right here, I'm 214 pounds. And then you can see right here, here it is. I'm 214 pounds, and I'm 163 right here. So that's the proof that I lost that. Lost 51 pounds in 17 weeks and documented every day of it. I documented what I ate every day. And that's why I talk about this Fitbit Sense all the time, because this does the trick. This makes a great Father's Day gift, for Grandfather's Day, great grandfather, anybody that needs to keep track of how, your health situation. It tells you if you're getting in better shape or worse shape. You always like it to tell you you're getting in better shape. You don't want it to tell you that you're getting in worse shape. You don't want that. That means you got to get off the sofa and get moving again. I need to do the same thing. I don't think lately I've been going in the right direction. I need to start working on that. Hey, right here, you see the community? I'm always talking about community coffee, community coffee, community coffee. This is the Louisiana Restaurant Show. I wish I could make these photos bigger. I got to figure out how to do that later. But anyway, this is the Louisiana Restaurant Show. So Community Coffee had a big booth over there. That's why I talk about it all the time, because they're huge. They're a big brand out in southern Louisiana. The coffee's roasted in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Here's another couple videos I did where I showed the coffee. I make the coffee in the morning. I press the button and it starts making coffee. My wife sets it up to the strength that she wants, and that's what she does. Hey, I went through Thibodaux. I talk about going get that boudin at Bourgeois Meat Market. At one time, and I've said this, I've read that at one time Thibodaux had 9 meat markets. Back in the day when you used to go to a meat market to go pick up something, you used to go get a pound of luncheon meat, pound of ham, pound of roast beef, whatever, 4 veal cutlets, stuff like that. You used to go to the meat market to go do that. They had 9 of them in Thibodaux at one time. Now they only have 1. The one that's still there is Bourgeois Meat Market since 1891. They've been making great stuff for a long time. Hey, this is at the Island View Casino Resort. I saw Herbie the Love Bug. If you're old enough to know, that movie was what, in 1972, 71, somewhere around there. But yeah, that was a great movie. I loved it. Buddy Hackett was in that movie. It was a great movie. I was shot in California. I remember Herbie wanted to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge. Anyway, that's Herbie. That's an old Volkswagen for sure. Yeah, I had someone take the picture of me and Calvin, so we're both there. That's just me. Calvin and I started in videos way back in the day, back in 2018. We used to do it in the car, set up the cell phone and record a little 2-minute video, 1-minute video. That's where we got our start. And then now we're doing live. All these night videos I do by myself. The ones I do during the day the ones during the day with Calvin when he's in the, when things are working out really good. I'll do it with him. Here's I got a photo of this coffee. This is from the Riley Foods out of New Orleans. It's a family-owned company, Louisiana company, and they own like 19 different brands, and this is one of the brands that they own. This coffee is roasted in New England, not New Orleans, but it's a beautiful cup of coffee, and I use that photo all the time. I think it's pretty cool. These are just all these videos. They're all me talking about the same thing all the time. Food, food. What's going on this day? What's going on that day? It's all about food, 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 food. A lot of it's the same. A lot of it's different. In this case, there's Cafe Du Monde. Everybody likes Cafe Du Monde. There's a picture of the Cafe Du Monde that I found one day. And then here's some of the food holidays. The guy that does all the National Food Days, he told me that he would be in my in one of my future Amazon lives. We're going to talk about all the food holidays. So he told me he wanted to do it. So that's great. That's awesome. Fantastic. Now they do National Day Calendar as the company. National Day Calendar does all the holidays, but for me, I'm kind of interested in the food holidays. I don't know if they have a National Weed Eater Day. They probably do. I wouldn't doubt it. Wouldn't doubt it a bit. We'll check into it. Here's Calvin and I, another photo there, and there's my coffee. This is a product from I talk about air fryers all the time. This is a photo, I think, with the Louisiana fish fry. They have breadings for air fryers. So, it's a science, right? It's got to be the right stuff. And that's what they did. They put that together. One has garlic and herb, I think, and one's just for chicken. This was National Buttermilk Biscuit Day. This was National Olive Day. This was National, Whole Chicken Day. I don't know, rotisserie chicken. Maybe it was rotisserie chicken day. Maybe that's what it is. National Egg Day. So what I was talking about? I was talking about the holiday. I might have been doing polls. Here's the Bourgeois Meat Market. I thought that was funny. You're now entering Louisiana's Cajun Bayou. That's coming into Lafourche Parish. Yeah, Lafourche Parish. When you get into Lafourche Parish, you run into the sugar mill, so you get to see where the sugar cane's processed, and you get to see the bagasse piles. They got big old piles of bagasse on one side of the road, and then they process the sugar on the right side of the road. But the only thing is, when the wind's blowing the wrong direction, that's not the nicest place to be. I used to work at a grocery store right next to the sugar mill back in 1979. Yep. Hey, here's one of the neighbor dogs, May, one of the dogs. And when she hears Calvin talking, when he's on the front porch and she hears him talking, she hightails it over to see Calvin, to go check on Calvin. So I figured, why not put her on the photo? It's all about getting attention, right? Well, that's a dog that gets a little attention. This is just so incredible. I never thought I'd ever see the day where there would be pineapples growing in my backyard, but there are. I hope it makes it. Isn't that cool? That picture was taken a while back, so the pineapples are actually even bigger. My wife made some pineapple upside down cake just a couple of days ago. It's not quite ready yet. That came from Dole, from a can. But she can't wait to make the ones from the pineapples from the backyard. I can't believe it. I'm still in shock. I never thought I'd ever see the day I'd see pineapples. Never. And you know where they come from. They come from Hawaii. You know that. But I haven't been to Hawaii. I've been everywhere, but I haven't been to Hawaii and haven't been to Alaska. Would I like to go there one day? Sure. But I don't know. Maybe I might not make it. I don't know. National Chocolate Ice Cream Day. Here's Matthew from Lucy's Hoopie Pies, and here's Michelle Mazar from Love a Foodie. They were my guests. He was my guest on Tuesday. She was my guest on Wednesday. And I never thought I'd ever do this, but I have. I'm advertising my Amazon lives on billboards, on digital billboards. It's not costing me a whole bunch of money, but it's fun. So I have one in Gulfport on Highway 49, and we saw it. Calvin and I took a trip down 49 yesterday. We didn't have time to do it. I was trying to get ready for this this Amazon Live at 5:55, and then at the same time, I'm thinking, how am I get back into my account? I can't get into my app, my Amazon Live app. I can't get back into it, so I was stressing over that. That was stressing me out. But I was real happy when I saw the billboard flash, and it showed Calvin and I. Calvin and I, our picture was up on the billboard on 49. Tomorrow, I guess, should have the billboard up on Tulane Avenue in New Orleans. And very shortly, maybe tomorrow or the next day, we'll have a billboard flashing on Times Square. Can you believe that? It's unbelievable. Calvin and I, our photo is going to flash, and it's all about Amazon Live at 5:55 Central Time, even though it's going to be in Eastern Time. That's going to flash over there. Yeah, I think I'll put the well, I couldn't. I don't need to do that Central Eastern Time. I can't do that when you're only going to be there for seconds on a billboard. You can't get too complicated. The first billboard I did is over here, and it's kind of a little bit complicated. It was my first one. Okay, give me a break. Didn't work out. I did the design, and I couldn't get the right font. And I was just so happy that I was able to put it in the English that it needed to be in. And it was proper. I just didn't have the right font. It just didn't look right. But anyway, that's what I started with. And, just like anything, you start one way and you try to improve over time. So this was the first one. This is out. This one right here is on 49 right now, flashing. Probably flashing right now. And I can't go see it because I'm Amazon Live at 5:55, part 2. So I can't do that. I want to get a night photo of what it looks like at night. I hope the camera could take the photo because that's hard to take. That's a hard photo to take. And here's the crawfish ball. Here's a picture of a crawfish bar, which it happens down here all the time. So I'll put that in. So that's on. So the deal is when you go to madeInUSAFoods.us or madeInUSAFoods.com and you hit follow. Follow. Wait, what is it? Yeah, follow Amazon Lives. That's where it's going to bring you. The other ones follow the store. So here's a whole bunch of live streams that you could check out if you want, if you want to. But that's what you get. That's how that goes. All right, let me go back over here, and I'm gonna be here somewhere. There it goes. I'm here. All right, good. All right, let me see if I'm still hooked up, and I am. That's good. I'm still here. Hey, John, dinner was great. I ate cachapa. I'm just looking at the comments. You know what? I had comments on LinkedIn. You see, I got to look on the phones for some comments, and I got to look at other place for other comments. And if you saw the one earlier today and I didn't comment, it's because I didn't see it. Hey, Anna, how you doing? And Jitendra, how you doing? Thanks for hanging in there on. Let's see, that's on LinkedIn. Yeah, on LinkedIn. Yeah. Okay. All right. You see, I got it going. I got it going in two places. I got to look at the comments from YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn in one place, and then I got to look at the comments on the other place on Amazon, on the Amazon Live deal. So hey, so John, yeah, I had dinner with my mother-in-law, and I got to hear the news is in Spanish in the the news, everything's in Spanish. So I don't know. Maybe I'll learn some more Spanish when she's down this time. I gotta try to sharpen up on that so I could understand things better. I got to work on my English too. Of course, I got to do that also. So maybe that'll happen. But yeah, cachapa with smoked Gouda. That's what I ate, and a little piece of pork chop or something like that. I'm not sure what it was. Okay. All right. Let's see. Now, where I'm going to go. I got to see. Maybe I'll go to the carousel. Okay. In the carousel, what I did was, all right, let me change this up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right. in the carousel. I'm always talking about those Jelly Bellies. I tell you, I'm always talking about them. Here's and it's the best example. The fact that you could buy 50 different flavors. How many are on Amazon? I don't know, but there's a whole bunch of flavors that you can buy. And the fact that you can buy it direct, that's a good thing. You could buy it direct and have it delivered to your door. And you see, I'm not the only one that likes those cinnamon Jelly Bellies. Look, it's got a 5-star rating, and it's been critiqued by 1,057 people. So that's a lot. That's a lot. That's my favorite one. Plus, of course, the buttered popcorn. So you could do that. So you could get specialty coffees. You could get. There's just so many brands that make so many different items, and they never see the day of light in the store near you. They may be in other parts of the country, but they're not in your stores. But that might be the one that you like, and you can't get it because it's not in the store. But at Amazon, you could find some items that you like, that you really like, and have it delivered to your house. So that's pretty cool. All right, best example, not only items that are ranked number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that you won't see, but you could also get your well, where's my stuff? Where's that? Yeah, when your printer cartridge is empty, because this thing's empty. There's nothing in here. When you get empty and your printer don't work anymore, you need a cartridge. You need a cartridge, or you need several cartridges. In my case, all of these colors went out all at the same time, and usually what happens is you lose your printer stops working exactly when you need it. You need to print that document. You need it because somebody's waiting for it. So you can't print it. So, but if you order your, all you got to do is go to your computer, print in, like this one. I'm home right now, right? Okay, so I wonder what printer cartridge I need. Oh, let me look. Oh, it's a 951. Boom. There it is, 951. You put it in on Amazon, you get it. What's the other alternative? You usually end up at the store and you don't remember the serial number on you don't know the model number on your printer because of the fact that they have so many. They got like an 8016 and an 8026 and an 8036. I'm just making up numbers, but that's what I mean. There's just so many numbers. They all look the same. And then if you didn't write it down before you left, guess what? You're not going to get it. You got to go back home and find out which one you want. So that's the best example. So the other thing is school's going to start August, September. You're going to need a printer. Boy, when you have somebody going to school, boy, you get that printer. That printer gets used up. That toner gets used up pretty quick, but you might need the printer to go along with it. So I would start, looking to see what printers that are available, and then just check the prices. And as you get closer to the time you got to pull the trigger, then you're going to know whether you're making a good deal or not. Hurricane season just started. On the 1st of June. We're at June 13th. So far, so good. But we're going to have some kind of tropical depression, I guess, this week or so. You got to be kidding. I'm not even finished the last one. My house is not even put together from the last hurricane. The city of Gulfport still messed up. All kinds of things. A lot of signs are messed up. It's going to be a while before we get back to normal. And that was a Category 3. They said it was a Category 2, and then 6 months later they said it was a Category 3. So it was a Category 3. 100-mile-an-hour winds do some damage. That's why I'm talking about those chainsaws. The chainsaw comes in handy, especially if you end up in one of those Category 2s or Category 3s. The deal with the batteries is now's a good time to check that. Well, I just say it over and over again because every time I say it, it's different people different customers are listening to me. And the deal is it's a good day to find out that what your battery inventory is like. Because like me, my mouse didn't work, and man, that was aggravating. And then the mouse didn't work at all. And that's it. Let me go find those batteries. I got to change this because I can't keep on doing this. Can you imagine doing a live is stressful enough, and then you try playing with your mouse and the mouse don't move anything? That's not cool. So anyway, I got it changed. But when I went to change my batteries on here, I found out I still got more batteries. I don't need batteries yet, but I will later down the road. The other thing is the smoke detectors. If you didn't change your smoke detector during daylight savings time or whatever, and now's a good time to change that smoke detector. Hopefully they didn't put it in there. You should see where they put mine. Mine, I can't. I need an arm that's 7 feet long to get to the smoke detector. It's unbelievable what I gotta do to get there. I guess maybe one day I gotta get one of those fancy ladders, but man, it's way up there. Today was a hot day. I know because I was cutting grass today. It was hot. I can tell you that. The deal is your air conditioning's running every day. Every day it's working hard. If your air conditioning filter's not clean, it would be a good day to clean it. But if your air conditioning filter's messed up and you need a new one, Amazon's a great way to get your air filter replaced. You don't have to wonder which one you have when you get to the store. You don't have to wonder. They have every one but mine. You don't have to worry about that. That's stressful. Believe me, that's stressful because you want to change it because it needs to be changed. Here you go. This is just an example. This is a 20 by 20 by 1. You just put it in, just click this and then find out the one you want. Everybody got a different one. Nobody's got the same one. How many kinds they have? It's amazing. It would have been nice if they could have made them a little more of the same, but everybody's got a different filter. The deal, if you go to my madeinusafoods.us or madeinusafoods.com, you'll see how to make red beans and rice, Louisiana style. And you might need a Cuisinart food processor. They got some good ones at $99, but this one's $219. No, not 2019. $219. And this is one of the best-selling items that I've sold over the last 6 weeks. I've been doing this for 6 weeks, and now I'm kind of checking out what's being sold, and this Cuisinart does really well. So it must look. It's reviewed by 8,439 people, and looks like it's got about a 4.4 star rating. This item must disintegrate that stuff. You know, you put the onions and the celery and the bell peppers in there, and it must make it, pulverize it. That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. Other people like chunky stuff. I don't. I like it pulverized. That Cuisinart does a great job at $219. But you could find some that do a great job at $99 too. You can find them. But it's kind of like one of those things you got to have. Some of the TVs that actually did well, I didn't even say anything about this particular Hisense, but it sold real well. That's what's selling. The thing is, you got to remember, I might be talking about 40 items that are in the carousel, but people want to buy a whole bunch of different things. They don't want to just buy 40 things that I'm talking about. There's a bunch of things that they want to talk about. I mean, that they want to buy, and this Hisense was one of them. I talked to a cable guy the other day, and I asked him, what's your favorite TVs? He ought to know, right? He's working for the cable company. And one of the things he said was Hisense. He said Hisense. He said he liked that particular brand. So look, there's two of them. Look, they must be pretty good. They're actually selling pretty good. The Amazon customers that are watching my stuff, watching my live streams, that's what they're buying, these Hisense. So they must be good. Must be good. Hey, I put this DeWalt item in here. This kit. It's got the charger and it's got the drill and the case and everything. It's $99. DeWalt puts out some good stuff. It's got a 5-star rating and it makes a good gift. And it actually sells. It sells well. Look at that, 21,000 reviews. That's a lot. That's a ton. Okay, then I'll put the Fitbit Sense watch. I know about that because I got one. I paid. Here we go. I'll show you what the deal is. I can put this down. No, I don't. I don't sell cat traps. I don't. Okay. Not that I know of. I don't know. I didn't look for it. I'm gonna have to look for it. Okay, so the deal is on the Fitbit Sense. The Fitbit Sense, I saw that it's $249. $249 is a good price. The lowest price that I've seen it was $239, but this is $249. So that's a great price. A few days ago, I saw it for $299. So it's $50 less expensive than it was a few days ago. Father's Day is coming around the corner. you would much rather buy it at, let's say you decide that that's what you want to buy, you would rather buy it at $249 than $299. I paid $330, but I'm okay with it. I bought it 7 months ago. But the best thing to do, I'm doing a live stream and I can't move. I'm not burning any calories. That's how it goes. I'm not burning any calories. But this is how you charge it. Look, when you're sitting somewhere and you're not burning calories, let's say you're watching TV. Let's say you're taking a shower. Let's say you're doing your bills and you're not moving. All you got to do is, oh, I got it on the wrong side, I guess. What is going on? Okay, here we go. Okay, so the magnetic deal. Let's see where it is. Can I see it? There we go. Yeah, so it just sticks to the back. And then what I can do is, I tell you what, let me see what the deal is here. It's at 73%. Let's just leave it charged. We're going to leave it charged right now. The band is great. The band is sturdy. The band is washable. You could just wipe it off. So that's good. That's really good. The battery lasts 6 days. I think the old ones, the older models, they would last like 4. So this is 6. So this is pretty good. So if you charge it every 2 or 3 days, that's plenty enough. And you'll see. I'm gonna check it. What was it? I said 73%. Let's see where it is when I'm finished. I hope I remember. Let's see. I hope I can see. Hello, Randall. Hey, Anna, how you doing? Good morning. I guess that's good morning. I don't know. Yep, it's not morning yet for us. It's night, but it won't be long. We're going to be hitting the morning part. Thank you for hanging with LinkedIn. Thank you. Appreciate it. And then let me see. Let me make sure I'm connected. Okay. All right. Make sure I'm connected. Hope that cable works. Yeah. All right. I'm working. Okay. So I have the watch. I got that set up. Let me see. I got my little list. I'll put my list together just to make sure I don't forget anything. On the Fitbit Sense. If you do the Fitbit Sense, that's the best one that Fitbit has. You'll spend more for the top-notch apples. The apples are more expensive. But anyway, you got Fitbit Pay. I haven't set it up for Fitbit Pay, but you can set it up. If this 60-year-old can do Fitbit Pay, I guess many other people can do it. I'll do that in the future. The other thing that if this 60-year-old guy can do is the voice assistant with Google and Alexa. If I can do that, then you can probably do that. That's something I'll do in the near future. Because I'm looking at the deal where I could say, hey, well, if I got let's say I got these lights. I got three lights coming at me. Let's say if I wanted to go ahead and knock out the one in the middle because it's too much glare. Let's say, you see how I got the glare? Let's say I wanted to cut it out and see what I would look like. Then I could say, hey Google, or hey Alexa, cut out the lights or something like that, and it goes out. That'd be awesome, because as you can see, I don't have a producer or an editor or all those different people that are a lighting guy or anything. I don't have any of that. That's just me. I'm making all the decisions and I got to do all the things, and it's high pressure, right? You got to make the decision on the spot. So anyway, later on down the road, I'll be able to do that. Hey Google, turn out the light. And then I could say, oh, wow, it looks better. So that'd be good. Then you got the deal. When I had the Nike Fuel Band, and back when I had the Nike sensor, it was all about how many calories did you burn. That's what it all was. But once the Fitbit watch came into play and the Fitbit program came into play, it was all about, hey, you've been sitting down for 50 minutes. You got 10 more minutes to get up and try to get 250 steps. And if you could do that 14 times during the day, then you could get a 14 out of 14 score, and that's something to shoot for, to be active all day long. Unfortunately, doing live streams that are 2 or 3 or 4 hours doesn't allow me to play that game and get the score. But you know what I'm talking about. The more times you get up, the more mileage you're probably going to put on your feet. I didn't put it in the carousel, but the Hoka 1-1 shoe, that's a great shoe. That's the best shoe I ever wore. They're expensive though. But anyway, Hoka 1-1. Never heard of it before. my daughter bought it for me, and she said, "Go ahead and wear it. Let me know what you think." And what I think is, wow, it was an awesome shoe. I still wear it. Okay. You got the sleep tracking. So the deal is that's why you don't want to charge the watch at nighttime, because you want to get your sleep data. So when you don't do well, when you don't feel good, then you can go back to your sleep data to see if you actually slept good. Maybe you didn't sleep good. That's why you don't feel good. Let me see if I get. You see, I got my mouse. You see, if I change my batteries in my mouse, I'm able to use it. How about that? Okay, then you got the 24/7 heart rate deal, and it tells you whether you're getting in better shape or not. That's a good deal. You got the oxygen app that you could hook to, and then you got the stress management thing. I know I got the stress. I don't know how you can manage it, but anyway, there's some kind of management deal there. So there's a lot of bells and whistles that are there that I haven't even used yet. It's kind of like when you buy that VCR. It's kind of like the VCR. You never learn how to use all the different things that it can do. And like your remote control, you don't know exactly how to do all that. So anyway, tell you what, I'm going to take a 2-minute break. I need to go check on my son, and I will be back in 2 minutes. Let's see. All right, I'll see you in 2 minutes. Let me go check and see what's going on. Okay? Take care. Uh-oh, I think I missed it. I tried my best to get back. I need to get a longer break deal. I had to do some running. For sure. Okay, so the thing is, as far as, let's see, I got everything. The oxygen, the ECG, the stress management, the heart rate, the sleep tracking, the active thing getting you off of the sofa and getting you moving. You can set it for either, I think, 8 or 9 hours, or you can set it for 14. I think it's 9 hours or 14. I think that's what it is. The voice assistant definitely makes everything change. That would help me in my studio, if you want to call it a studio. It's kind of like a bedroom, And then the Fitbit Pay. We can make changes gradually. I don't know if I could do all those changes at one time, but we'll see. Okay, let's see. All right. See where I'm at. Hey, Beatrice, thanks so much for following. That's great. I could use all the followers I can get. Followers are tough. I have 70,700 followers on LinkedIn, but I don't have anywhere near that on Amazon. But you got to start from somewhere. On LinkedIn, I was there for 12 years. I've been on there for 12 years. On Amazon Live, I started last month. So you gotta crawl before you walk, I guess. But Beatrice, thanks so much for following me. That's great. Okay, so let's see where I'm at here. The Fitbit. I was on the Fitbit. Let's see. I did the Fitbit somewhere around here. Yeah, sometimes what happens on the program, it goes back to the beginning, and you got to try to remember what you pass and what you don't pass. but the fact that I was able to lose 51 pounds in 17 weeks, that's 3 pounds a week. That means I know how this works. The Fitbit deal work. I've done it. I've done the portion control. I've done the weighing. I've weighed so many different products. I've looked up so many different similar products. Because if you make your own stuff, if you cook something yourself, you're not going to be able to find it on it with a UPC code. You're going to have to come up. You're going to have to be creative. You put it together, and the name of the game is, if you want to lose a few pounds, you just need to burn more than you actually consume. But you got to know what that real number is of consuming. Like I say, we like to cheat. We like to say, I only ate this, but you really ate more. Or you forget, or somewhere along the way, you eat a few things and you just forget to put it on the chart or scan it or whatever. You just forgot. Well, if you keep on doing that, then your results are not going to come out right. So that's what the deal is. So Fitbit Sense, I'm just saying that's a great thing. It's selling, and the deal is it's at a great price for sure. This particular weed eater, I spent basically 35 years selling refrigerated and frozen foods. And now I'm a weed eater salesman. Because, man, I can't believe all the weed eaters that are being bought from Amazon customers that are viewing my Amazon Lives. Because I don't really spend that much time talking about the weed eater, I don't talk that much about it, but boy, it's selling. And this WRX Works product is the one that sells the best, followed by Black & Decker. And as far as weed eaters are concerned, I spend time cutting the grass. I got a pretty big yard, and I spent the time cutting the grass until it started raining. And once it starts raining and the big drops come down, it's time to get out of the way, especially if it's lightning and thundering. So that's what happened to me today. So I didn't get a chance to go do the weed eating yet, but that's always staring me in the face. Okay, one of the items that did really well over the last 6 weeks is the Traeger grill or smoker. And the deal is, you could get the pellets from Amazon. There's like 5 or 6 different kinds, and you could get them all from Amazon and have it delivered. That's a tough thing to find sometimes. Sometimes you find all the types of wood that are pellets that you want, except the one you want. So you can have that delivered. And it looks like it's doing pretty good from the review is concerned, because there's 886 reviews, and it looks like it's got a 5-star rating, or maybe a 4.9. So at $7.99, that's good. Now, I talk about the Fitbit all the time because that's the experience that I have. But you could also do the same thing with an Apple Watch, and this particular Apple Watch is $277 right now, and it was one of the fastest selling watches coming out of my carousel. So I'll put that in there. Then another item that I never even talked about this, but this one sells. So you just don't know. As long as I'm talking about generators, it just gives everybody the idea that, hey, maybe I need a generator. So what you do is you go ahead and you hit this Champion Power equipment. You say, wow, 1,118 people have done a review on it. Looks like it's got a 4.5-star rating. It's $903, but guess what? It's a little too much for me. I don't want to spend $903. Well, all you do is you click it, you hit it, and it's going to bring you to the generator section, and you might find one for $300. And when I first started, I put $300 ones there. I put the $300 one. And then when I'd sell generators, it would be the $400 or $500 or $600 ones. So now I'm doing the $900 one, and it's the same thing's going to happen. The same thing's going to happen. I'm going to sell the $500 or $600 one. So it's all about the idea. That's what it's all about. But hey, if you could get this one, the Champion one that's $903, that's a cool looking generator. I got to tell you that. Okay, Samsung 50-inch. Looks like it's 4.5-star rating. 29,706 reviews. That's pretty good. My TV, I have a Panasonic. I have a big Panasonic, and it's from 2012. It's smart, but it ain't that smart. This Samsung, and the price. I'm sorry. You know how the prices go in and out. I don't have the price on this, but this was one of the best-selling TVs that have been bought from the customers that have viewed my live streams. So anyway, I'm just putting what's selling from my live streams. The Weber grill. This Weber grill is $469. It looks like it's got about a 4.3 rating. It's kind of mid-priced. Some of the Webers are $8,000, $9,000, $1,100. This is $469, so it's mid-priced, but it's at the right price that works. This one kind of blew me away. I just put this on my carousel last week. Now remember, I've been at this like 6 weeks, right? I just put this in my carousel. Maybe it's just that it's so cool, this yellow kayak. Maybe it's just so cool. It's been reviewed by 16,922 customers from Amazon, and the grade looks pretty good, but I've sold a bunch of these. So I should have put this on my carousel a long time ago, I guess. So this is doing well. This Weber grill, this one's done well too. Now I put the one that's actually number one on the number one Amazon. Let's see, the number one most popular, the number one best-selling outdoor item or whatever is a Weber grill that's 219. So I'm talking about the one that's 219. But for me, even though I'm talking about the best-selling one and the one that everybody's buying, the ones that are being bought from me is this one that's 329. So I can't figure it out. I just can't figure it out. Hey, here's another generator that does well. Another one that's $949. All I could say is if you have one of these $949 generators for hurricane season, that's pretty nice. That's a little, that's a little something to look forward to if one of these storms comes in and knocks your electricity out. Yeah, whether you live in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, and North Carolina, you know how we get the brunt of the storm all the time. We get the first hit. Well, the first hits usually involve losing your power, and these generators definitely come in handy. All right, one of the other ones. I put 20 of the fastest selling items I had, and 5 of them were weed whackers or weed eaters or whatever. I can't believe it. Just can't believe it. This is a combo deal. This is the deal where you get the blower and the weed eater. You need both of them, right? So this is $129. So that one's doing well. And this one's wow, this one's up there price-wise as far as a weed eater is concerned. This one's $389, but it must be real good because it's got 5 stars, 725 reviews. Wow, that must knock some stuff out the way. A Makita. Then I got a Black & Decker. This one's only $94.99. It's all about the price. The price is right. It's under $100. That's what I find. The majority of weed eaters, whackers, whatever, are basically in the $100 range, right around the $90 to $110 range. That's where most of them are falling. Now's the time. If you're going to buy one, you got a bunch of months ahead of you where you got to knock some weeds down. So June, July, August, September, and October, going to be busy. This particular OfficeJet printer is the best-selling one that I have, that my customers have bought during the live stream. But there's a whole bunch of HPs. There's a whole bunch of them. Just click this at $199. You'll see them for $219, $249, $279, $299. You'll see a whole bunch of different ones with all kinds of different functions, things that it can do. And you just have to decide what works best for you, because it's sure a lot to choose from. You have to make that decision. But I'm just giving you the idea. And don't forget about the toner deals. Don't forget about that too. So if you get the printer, you're going to need that toner before you know it. And here's a Black & Decker, the portable air condition. I didn't talk about portable air conditions the first month that I was talking about stuff. I didn't talk about it. And then, but I don't know, 10, 11, 12 days ago, I started talking about it, and they're selling. Man, they're rocking and rolling. They're doing really well. The one I talk about is a Winter. That's $5.99. It's down to $5.25. That's the one I talk about. But the one that actually really sells the best is the Black & Decker, the one that's $300, $329, $400. That seems like that's the one that does well. There's one that's like $429 that has a heating function. It has cooling and heating. That's a great way to use it 24/7, 365 days a year. If it can do both, that's a good thing. All right, this is the one. This is the one that sells. This is the one right here. It got my attention. You know, when it's whatever's selling out of the millions of items that are in the warehouse, whatever, the one that's selling the fastest, and you learn it real quick, and I know that's exactly the one. That's the one right there. WORX works. WG163 GT 3.1 I've said that many, many, many times. That's the one. So check it out. Just click it. You got 5 of them. I showed you 5 of them. That's the 5 best ones that are selling. But there's tons of them in the warehouses. I went ahead and put the HP Envy. It's $14.79. That's a 17.3. I always do the 17.3 because of the Excel spreadsheets. I want it wide. I want it wide so I can do my work. But that's $14.79. But you click it and click it in the carousel, and you'll see a bunch of other ones that are much more affordable that might do your trick. Everybody has a different budget. Some people want to spend $1,500 on a computer. Some people only want to spend $5. And you could check on that with HP, and you can find out exactly what you want. I can't make that decision for you. This is just a recommendation. Hey, as far as MacBook, I put the one that's $949. It actually sells well. It's got 5. It's a 5-star. It's got 5 stars. 6,149 reviews. So that's a great Apple. The thing with that one is that if you get the Apple computer, then you get to be part of the Apple family, and you get to do a lot of neat things, right? The thing that's tough is mixing HP with Apple. Man, it drives you crazy. Just like have a note in a phone like this, that drives you crazy. One thing you do it on the left, the other thing you do it on the right. I mean, it's just it really challenges your brain to try to figure out what's what. Apple MacBook Pro. There you go. I'll put it in there. All right. That's the one that's $24.99. I had one at one time. It's a great computer. It's fantastic. It's got a 4.5 rating, 4,441 reviews. If you have it in your budget, this is one of the ones you put on your wish list. That's usually on people's wish list because that's an expensive laptop, without a doubt, no question. Then you have one that's a little more. This one's got a 5-star rating. This is a 2020, $11.99. So the prices are all over the place. So depending on what's on your budget, hey, laptops would make a great present, by the way. If you want to spend that kind of money, definitely makes a great present. But another thing for the father that likes to go fishing, he might need something to clean his fish. Here you got four knives, 4 fillet knives with an interchangeable handle, and it's got its own carrying case. So that's a great way to get your fish filleted. If you got you got to have some sharp knives to work with. You definitely got to do that. Nothing like fresh fish, right? as far as I'm concerned, I love catfish. When you live down in southern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, we love catfish. So I've filleted enough catfish in my day when I was younger. Not too much lately, but I did way back in the day. Catfish is king where I'm at. All right, then I got a Bubba electric fillet knife. Some people like electric knives, some people don't. So depending on what your father, grandfather, great grandfather, whatever they like, whether that's the Bubba knife set for 88 or the Bubba electric knife, that'll get the filleting done. Hey, as far as something special, somebody likes maple syrup. This is a great deal. Butternut Mountain Farms sent me samples a couple years ago. And, it's some great stuff from the state of Vermont. And they pack a lot of maple syrup. They pack a lot of it. And I just mentioned it the other day and sold a few jugs, and they're like 32 ounces. So that's a lot of maple syrup. Here's one for the wish list. This is definitely for the wish list. KitchenAid, the KitchenAid setup, the mixer at $4.99. Yep. When you see the $4.99, you know that's the good one. Let me see if I can change this up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Let me change it up. Yeah, if you get a chance, unmute and hit the follow button. Go ahead and follow. I could use Beatrice followed me earlier, and that was great. Let's see if somebody else can follow. I'll take another follow without a doubt. Without a doubt. Okay, here's the Ninja. Here's the Ninja air fryer. This particular air fryer does a great job cooking those burritos, chimichangas, egg rolls, pizza rolls, a slice of pizza, crab cakes, you name it. Could do all that. And then when you finish with it, you could kick it up against the backsplash on your counter, and then you have your counter space again. You got some counter space. That's what you want, counter space. Everybody needs counter space. There's never enough counter space. There's never enough. We always want more. We always want more than what we have. So that works out good. First time I put the Ninja out, I sold an Emeril Lagasse one. Okay. All right. I sold the air fryer, but I didn't sell the right one. Hey, that's how it goes. I got these PJs right here from my wife. My wife ordered a pair a few weeks ago, and you never know. When you order clothes, you never know what it's going to be, especially if you don't know the brand or anything. Well, they came in and she loved them. She said, "Wow, this is great. I love the color. I like the feel of the material." She really loved it. She really did. She loved it. She ordered 2 more. And then the 2 more came in, and she said, "Now I got 3 different color PJs, and I really love it. I think I'm going to get all the colors." I don't know. Well, I don't know what she did. I don't know. I didn't ask. But anyway, I went on my account or something and said I had PJs on the way. No, some more PJs on the way. So anyway, she really likes it. There must be a reason. So anyway, this has got 4 stars out of 5. All I can tell you is that the material is soft, stretchy, soft, whatever. So that's all I can tell you. But she liked it. So I'm just passing it on from her. Then, of course, this comes from my son. He loves Alabama. He was an LSU fan for many years when Nick Saban was there. I didn't have time to make me I always talk about Mio. Mio. I didn't have time to mix the water and get a drink. I had to grab a Diet Coke. I'm not the only one that does that. By the way, it's still cold. Nice and cold. Nothing like a cold Diet Coke. But the Mio comes in handy because you could kick back a little bit of the carbonated drinks. If you drink a few less, I'm sure that's a good thing. That's what they say, right? Okay. My son likes. He became a big Alabama fan once Nick Saban left the Miami Dolphins and went to Alabama. Then he became a fan. Boy, he picked up them at the right time, because how many national championships does he have under his belt? Plus, he's got the LSU ones he had before when Nick Saban was there. So I guess he knows talent when he sees it, because he was with Nick when he was with LSU, and he's with Nick at Alabama, and he keeps on telling me he signed to 2028. He's going to be there a long time. Who knows how many more national championships he's going to get. So anyway, he always tells me, and anytime you see him on an Amazon Live, he always says, Alabama hat, $20. Alabama hat, $20. You know, like the vendors at the ball games. That's what he says. Alabama hat, $20. Now that's one of the logos. They got two different logos. But hey, if you like all the other teams, that's great too. I told Calvin, I said, you gotta let people order the school that they like. And he said, okay, he gets it. But he's always gonna use Alabama as the example. Then I'll put a Saints hat. Hey, look, this Saints hat went through a lot of wear and tear. Went through 4 seasons where the Saints had the best record in professional football. The only problem is that they didn't go to the Super Bowl. They came close one time, real close, but didn't make it. So I'm going to have to change that hat sooner or later. Well, you saw I had a Louisiana hat for a bunch of days, but today I went back to my Saints hat. All right, Pure Protein. I'll put that in there because that's a protein bar that actually really sells well, and it tastes good. I've tried a bunch of the different flavors. They're good. The only thing that I say is that they don't have enough fiber in it. I'd like to see them with more fiber, but if they taste good, then hey, it's either taste or nutrition, one of the two. That's what you're usually going for. So the Pure Protein bar definitely works. Now, this is the one that I'm talking about. Look, when I lost, hey, look at this. I got to get rid of me, I guess, in here. You don't know which one to look at. Is it me here or me here? Okay, let's see. I guess I'm going to have to. Okay, I put the unmute thing already. I did that already, right? So I guess people could have saw that. The thing is, I can't say unmute anything because they can't hear me. The object is for them to read it. All right, so I'm going to change it to this. Okay. All right, going to change it to this. Hey, look, this protein bar right here. This protein bar is caramel, chocolate caramel. It's almost like eating a candy bar. Well, let me tell you how I started. This is Fiber One. This is what I started with, the Fiber One. Oats and chocolate. Oats and chocolate has 9 grams of fiber. The average person needs 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day. Guess what? They don't get it. This is a great way to get a good start. 9 grams. I ate this for a bunch of days. I start every day. I'm telling you, you could ask my wife every day. And some days too. Every day. I did that for 3 years. When I lost the 51 pounds in 17 weeks, I was eating this every day. But things got better. Fiber One came out with this one. This one tastes like a candy bar. This is pretty good. This is as good as it gets. For something to be healthier, this is about as good as it gets. This is General Mills. You know, they've been around for a long time. The Fiber One line, this is great. So you get your fiber, you get your protein, and it tastes good. Wow, what more can you ask for? Okay, this is this. Hey, if you look this up on Amazon, if you're looking this up and you see this, you might see me talking about it. I don't remember what I said. I just said probably it tastes pretty good. That's probably what I said, and you get the fiber with it. So I'm buying this. This is okay, but they came out with something that's even better. But it doesn't matter. I'm eating one of them, and it's this one. All right. The thing with Amazon is that they make more than just this one. They make a cookies and cream, and they make a coconut and almond one. So even though you may never, ever see it in a store, it's being made. It's just that you never see it. But at Amazon, they got it. So you could have that delivered to your house. You could have I guess I'm going to have to order the other one so I could try the other one. This is so good. I don't know. But I think cookies and cream probably would be good. And coconut and chocolate, man. Coconut and almond. Yeah, I guess so. Guess I'm going to have to do that. Okay. All right. Being from Louisiana, I talk about it all the time. I talk about all the different foods that are from there. I ran across this bamboo thing, this totally bamboo with the state map on the chopping board. Oh man, that's great. That's a great chopping board. That's what I like. And they didn't that's what Louisiana looks like. That's exactly what it looks like. I hate when things don't look like they're supposed to look like. Well, anyway, that's what it looks like. So they did a good job on there. So I put that in the carousel. Look, you don't have to buy Louisiana. You got whatever state you're from. You can get the state that you're from. Oh, by the way, it has a few things you could do. Okay, you could use it as a chopping board, right? That's one. You could use it as a serving tray. You could chop up the beef sticks and the cheese and all that kind of stuff, and you could put it on the board, and that makes a good board for serving hors d'oeuvres or whatever you want to call it. That's that. Or you could just put it on your wall. You could put it on your wall and make a nice map to go on the wall. So it's got like kind of three choices. And if you get lost and you don't have a phone, you could bring your chopping board with you to find out how to get where you need to go. But I don't remember. I don't remember exactly, but it probably tells you where the Boudin lives. The Boudin's out in Southwest Louisiana. I wouldn't doubt it. It's probably there. You could look. And then the other one I put in there is Mississippi. I'm in southern Mississippi right now. Southern Mississippi and southern Louisiana are kind of the same thing. Southern Alabama too. Western Florida, eastern Texas. Around I-10. If it's around I-10, it's all we live and eat the same way. We all eat crawfish and catfish. But Boudin's really big. The Texas-Louisiana border. That's kind of where it's actually happening. Louisiana, Texas. So if you're on a trip and you're going to Southwest Louisiana, stop somewhere and get some Boudin. There's a whole bunch of places that sell it. And you could eat Cajun fast food on the run. All right, that's Mississippi. All right, Mississippi, Louisiana. Yep. Okay. Hey, if you like food content, that's what I'm talking about. Everything I talk about. I don't care if I'm talking about a weed eater or ice machine. I'm going to relate it all back to food or drinks or beverages, making drinks, making a beverage, going to a factory, going on vacation and stopping at a factory tour, like the Jelly Belly place in Northern California or the Bluebell factory in Brenham, Texas. See how they make ice cream, and you might get some ice cream at the end. Going up to Kellogg. Well, the Kellogg's thing, I don't know. I think that might have shut down the Kellogg's Welcome Center to see where Tony the Tiger lives. Or going to Hershey, seeing where all the Hershey bars are made. There's a whole bunch of places all over I even stopped at Jack Daniels. I passed by Jack Daniels. I don't know how many times I probably passed 10 times, never stopped. And one day I said, I'm not going to pass one more time without stopping. And I stopped. I went to see the Jack Daniels plant. And next time I might make it to the Jim Beam plant. I think they got the same kind of setup. But in the beer places, I've gone to Budweiser, I've gone to Schlitz, I've gone to Coors. I went there twice. So I've been to a lot of different. I've gone to warehouses. I went to the warehouse, the Jelly Belly warehouse in Wisconsin. They weren't making any jelly beans, but they had like a welcome center that was cool. There's things I haven't seen yet, and I'll see later down the road, I would imagine. But there's a lot of things to see when it comes to food. And we're getting to see it now because back in the day, we saw a little bit of it, but more and more we're getting to see high definition video of places that are making food, and then they put the music with it, and they really do a good job of really making it great. So that's what's happening. All right, let me see if I didn't lose anybody. Let's see if I'm still. Yeah, it looks like I'm still going. Okay. Yeah. For anybody that just joined, hey, Beatrice was real nice to go ahead and follow me on Amazon Live. Hey, if there's anybody else that likes food content, I'm not talking about video games. I'm not talking about clothes. My clothing knowledge is not there. Hey, I'm happy with a Perlis crawfish shirt or a Saint shirt. That's about, look, I think you don't see it, but that's what I got. You see the Saint shirt? That's about as fancy as I get. So, if you like to watch stuff on clothing, you might have to watch another live streamer because they'll be talking about it. But if you want to watch something that's regarding food, I don't think I said this yet, been in the food business for 45 years. I've seen a lot. I've been all over the country. I've been to pretty much every major chain store in the country. I've been to pretty much all the major food shows in the country. And the first one since COVID, 15 months of no shows, 15 months of everything shut down. The first major show is going to happen in a couple weeks. It's going to be the Sweets and Snacks Show. The Sweets and Snacks Show. They're going to have buyers from all the chains, the restaurants, the distributors, the brokers, the truckers, and the Amazon buyers. They'll be there to check out things. Check out what's new. There's going to be a ton of innovation. There's going to be all kinds of new things you're going to see in the next few months because the big show is in a couple weeks. That's when everybody shows their new stuff. I think if I'm not mistaken, and I don't know if this. No, I'm not going to say anything yet. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming your way. I even heard Ben & Jerry's. Ben & Jerry's was busy. They got a bunch of ice cream that's coming. Stuff that they went ahead and put together. So that's something definitely to look forward to. The Texas Restaurant Show is coming back. Texas Restaurant Show was canceled last year. It's going to be in July. The Louisiana Restaurant Show was in August. It was canceled last year. It's coming back. So that means all the new innovation that's happened in the food service trade, even though it didn't happen at the National Restaurant Show. The National Restaurant Show was a couple weeks ago, I think, and it got canceled. But on the local level, some of the local shows are going to get going. That's the Texas and that's the Louisiana. Well, Texas and Louisiana has a lot of food innovation. You got the Tex-Mex stuff, and you got the fajitas and the burritos and chimichangas, and you got the gumbo and the jambalaya and the boudin and all that stuff. You got all kinds of stuff happening in Louisiana and Texas. And then, of course, it's the same stuff that you find in Mississippi and Alabama. So all that's going to get started. And then one day in the future, all the major shows will be happening. So that's right down the road. Okay, let's see. Oh, let me tell you, if you looked at the photo on the front of this, you see constant sales on Amazon Live at 5:55 Central, madeinusafoods.com. Well, anyway, that's half of the message, because that's going to go on a billboard in Times Square. Can you believe it? Calvin and I are going to be on a billboard in Times Square, and that's it. That's what it's going to look like. And that's all we're trying to say. Amazon Live at 5:55. And if you go to madeinusafoods.com, you'll see where the live stream is. You click it, you go right over to us. You find us. So we'll see how it works in Times Square if we get some extra traffic. You know how the thing goes. You get extra traffic, you don't know where it came from. Hopefully it came from Times Square. We ended up getting a billboard in Gulfport, Mississippi on Highway 49. We got to see it. That was exciting. And we got one going up there was one supposed to be running on Tulane Avenue in New Orleans, but the dimensions of the billboard was slightly different than what was the one in Gulfport, so it didn't work, so it didn't run, but it's going to probably run on Monday. So in the next few hours, we might be in Times Square. Wow, that's unbelievable. I wish I could get a picture of it. Anybody hanging out in Times Square and sees us up on the billboard, take a picture for us. We would appreciate that. I wonder how hard that is to do. That's got to be difficult. Okay. All right. Let me see what's going on. All right. I'm going to, I think I went through the whole, yep. I went through everything on the carousel. So I'm going to, I guess I want to go to let's see. I'm going to go to Made in USA. I'm going to go to the website. Let me go to the website. Let's see. That's Amazon Live. Okay. Well, the thing is, when you go to the Amazon Live, you see the Amazon Live and you see all the things. Then you can click it. Oh, now watch. I'm gonna click this. And I think it's gonna go away. Let's see. Yep. All right. That's me. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go to madeinusafoods.us. www.made. Okay. Let's see. Now I need to go ahead and share it. Let me share it so I can get it together. Share it. Share it. Share it. Let me get it together. Man, I'm getting fancy in my old age. Look at that. How about that? I'm back. How about that? All right. I'm going to go ahead and kick it here. All right. And then I'm going to. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Let's see what we got. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and show this again to you. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and make it larger so you can see it better. Okay. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm just going to go. I'm going to go out. When you go to, okay, let's say you're in Times Square and you happen to luckily run into our billboard and you see the picture of me and Calvin. You'll notice pretty quick because you'll see Calvin's A as in Alabama hat. You might not recognize me. You might recognize me as just another old guy. And you might not be able to read that LSU Tigers emblem on my shirt because I can't read the it's hard for me to see what that is. But let's say you're in Times Square and you run into us. Go ahead and take a photo, please. Go ahead and take a photo of it. Try to catch it. Anyway, the billboard, the whole deal is to go to madeinusafoods.us. And if you go here, you see this. Okay. When you click here, you go to Amazon. 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 Get the picture? That's where the stuff is. And then if you come down here, you see all the Amazon stuff. Look, all the stuff I talk about in all the live streams. I have over 100 hours of content on Amazon already, and I just started on May 1st. So I'm putting in the content. I'm working, talking about food over and over again. I feel like I just say the same thing over and over again, but I'm not because I have a different audience all the time. People are coming in and out all the time. Somebody's listening at 2 o'clock, and then at 2:05 they get a phone call. It lasts 15 minutes. Well, they missed the 15 minutes. Then they come back later. Some people might come back 4 or 5 times. May stay 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there, 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there. And then one day, the thing that I said 75 times, they're going to hear it. Oh, okay. I got you. All right. So anyway, here's all the watches. Here's the coffee makers. These are 2 of the coffee makers that are real popular on Amazon. That's the K-Cup, the Keurig K-Cup machines. Here are the 2 generators that I did real well with selling. Even though I didn't have much, I didn't say to buy those. Somebody did. This is the Samsung TV that sells well. It's smarter than my Panasonic. My Panasonic's from 2012. This one's much smarter. This is the stove that I use. I use this stove to cook all over the country at food shows all over. I cook jambalaya. I cook gumbo. I cooked shrimp fried rice, chicken stir fry, shrimp Alfredo, on and on, garlic chicken, on and on, all kinds of stuff, all over the place. I present it to all kinds of different chain stores. So I know this stove pretty good. Let's put it this way. But this stove, the stove that I had was a butane one. This is a butane and propane one. That's why it's so cool. It's $33. $33. This is a good investment. This is a good backup stove. Especially when you're going to the beach, going to the park, going to the mountains, wherever you're going. This is a good little stove, especially since it runs off of 2 fuels. And then when you're on the road, and let's say you get on a plane and you land somewhere, then you can go get the fuel, and then you can't find it because you got butane. And the butane is not there, but the propane is. But okay, so you get this with the butane, propane, lifesaver. It's really awesome to have the ability to use both fuels. You never know what fuel you're going to run into. Here's the air fryer. This works really well. Remember I told you about Louisiana fish fry? They got an air fryer breading that you can find on Amazon. Here's a chainsaw if you get hit by one of the hurricanes that's coming. If you live in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, or North Carolina, you get the brunt of it. Trees fall down, branches fall down. You might need a chainsaw. I was lucky. I had a neighbor that had a chainsaw. He came over and cut up the tree that was blocking the road in my front house. The tree had a diameter. The trunk had a diameter of 18 inches. It was a big tree. A big tree. So not everybody is lucky enough to have a neighbor that's going to come chop up his tree. Who knows how long it would have took for the tree to get chopped up by somebody else. Here's the griddle. This griddle works good. That's a great griddle. That's a Cuisinart. Yeah. $99. It's affordable. Here's all those protein bars I told you about. A lot of stores you go, you find one. But here you can get all four of them. Here's that scale I told you about. Here's the scale I use for Fitbit. Apple's got them too. There's all kinds of scales that communicate with the program that you're using. Here's the community coffee I talk about all the time from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This is a coffee and chicory. That's what we like down in Louisiana. But you could get other coffees that are not coffee and chicory. You get regular coffees that are in the same price ballpark, and you can be drinking community coffee at an affordable price all over the country. Then you got the Camellia red beans. We're big into red beans. When we're not cooking gumbo and jambalaya or making a fried shrimp po' boy, we're cooking red beans and rice, usually on Monday, with sausage. There better be some sausage. No, I look forward to having sausage in my red beans. And then, if you look on my website, they got the white beans with the shrimp. Camellia does like 19 different beans. Good quality beans. Good quality. Not just normal. Good quality. Here's this. This from Members Mark. They got cashews, almonds, walnuts, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, and dark chocolate. Man, it's a great bar. Man, it is awesome. Fantastic. I pretty much eat one every day. Sometimes I eat two. Sometimes I eat three. 190 calories a piece. It's got some fiber, but it's great. It's awesome. You got the blue plate. That's from the Riley Company out of Louisiana. You got the French Market Coffee. Over 125 years in the business from the Riley Company in New Orleans. Here's New England, roasting in New England. Pretty big operation. Pretty big local operation out there. It's owned by the Riley Company out of New Orleans, family owned. Here's Louisiana Tea, family owned, from the Riley Company out of New Orleans. They do Evermore water, but that's a hard thing to ship on Amazon. But Riley has like 19 different brands. So here's some of them. Here's Cafe Du Monde. This makes a good Father's Day gift. It's got the coffee, it's got the beignet mix, and then when it's all said and done, you got a coffee cup that you could drink coffee from for maybe the rest of your life. That's a great coffee cup. I wish I had one. Here's a this is a grill from Bull Outdoors. I know one of the chefs that works with them. He's always cooking some great stuff on there. His name is Anthony Serrano. He's from Arizona. He participated in the World Food Championship. That was sponsored. That was sponsored by Walmart way back probably 4 years ago. The grand champion, this is crazy, but the grand champion one year that won the $100,000, she's the chef next door to my house at the Island View Casino. She won $100,000, grand champion. Wow, how about that? That's great. Her name's Jackie. She won. But Anthony Serrano that I told you that worked with this company, he won the recipe contest. He won 10 grand. And he participated in the Who Wants to Win $100,000. He didn't win that year, but he was the recipe guy. But now he worked. This is one of his clients. He works with them. Then this is Weber. I got a Weber grill finally at age 57, one that hooks to the natural gas. Real happy with it. Here's computers. I put a couple computers here. There's a pizza oven that you cook pizzas in. Man, they come out great. Here's the fryer that's got some firepower, 5,000 watts of force that will get that oil temperature back up to where it was when you accidentally put too many frozen products in there at once. Because you don't want your product to come out, your fried product, to get ruined, and this will help you to prevent you from getting it ruined. Here's the Instapot that the Camellia red beans are cooked in. That particular recipe that's on my website has been seen by millions of people. Millions. How about that? Not on my website, but in other places. And if you want a Star Wars one, you can get one on Amazon. Here's the coffee. This is the coffee pot that's in my house. First time I put it on in the conveyor in the conveyor belt. The first time I showed the product in the carousel, I sold the air fryer from the same company. It was even more expensive. It was $3.99. Hey, that's good. That was upgrade. Just went to a different deal. And here's the chips that are made in Gramercy, Louisiana. I went to the chip place to see them making crawtators. It's in an old car dealership. It was a car dealership that went out of business, and they put a chip factory in there, and it worked out pretty good. It got started in 1985 by Ron Zapp. He made the crawtator a big deal in Louisiana. And here's those pumpkin seeds flavored. These things are great. They got more protein. They got more protein than what is it? Almonds. Oh, I can't remember the other one. But anyway, it's got a lot of protein and it's got a lot of fiber. And it's low in carbs. It's a great item. And it's available in a bunch of different flavors. Chili lime is my favorite. And that's actually healthy. And here's a couple of tumblers. Of course, I got a Saints one, I got an Alabama one. You get what you want. Here's the Instapot. Here's the deal. I guess I could. I should be going to a different crowd. Let's see.